I don't even care, man.
It's not right. It's not right.
I just finally watched the last episode of Love Island. I can't believe it. I can't believe what went down between Abby and Zach and his lost puppy dog. The puppy dog Trent that follows Zach around like a little lost cause. I can't believe it. Everything that Zach does, Trent follows. If Zach said jump, Trent would ask how high. Now, I can't believe what went down. I can't believe that two guys cornered poor Abby. I truly can't believe it. It's disgusting. Two big guys, mind you. And the only person who stepped in was my beautiful guy, Nate. Nate is such a dream. Nate has been raised so well. We should all be appreciative of guys like Nate. But unfortunately, there are people like Tia that don't appreciate people like Nate.
It's a part of you that's like, you know, you're like the one to like chat, ask if everyone's okay, but I'm not. You know, it's nothing to do with me.
Did you watch Nate? Watch his eyes. Every time she speaks and says that I'm not going to stand up for a girl or I don't care about anyone but myself, Nate's eyes and his heart drops. Watch his face. Watch his face closely. His eyes are like, he's broken because he really likes this girl, but she doesn't have the same moral values as Nate. She doesn't have the same moral values at all. She's a narcissist. She lacks empathy. She completely and utterly lacks empathy, and the only person that she cares about is herself. I find her the worst person on Love Island. Now, she's probably watching Love Island back and thinking, hey, I look like a boss bitch, but she does not. Take away the boss because that's exactly who she is. I could not believe it when she said, it's none of my business to stand up for a female. It's none of my business. She's not even my friend. It's none of my business.
I don't really need to have her back.
I swear to God, if two guys started harassing her and jumping down her throat, she would cry wolf. And you know what? If anyone gives her a hard time on Love Island, I'm not going to be standing up for her. I can't stand her. And Nate, beautiful Nate, you have been my favourite on Love Island the whole way through. And I was starting to like Trent. My last video says I like Trent. I don't like Trent at all. The laughing puppy dog who barks on command. You know what I mean? I can't stand him.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to rescue you at the end of the day.
And I know you're the only one raising your voice and saying, hey, we don't do this to females. But I promise you, Nate, everyone thinks the world of you. And I hope you get a lot of deals and a lot of sponsorships, and I hope Tia gets none. Because I won't be supporting anything that she does because she doesn't support women. She doesn't care less about anyone but herself.
Ask me how I'm feeling and actually genuinely cares about me.
And I wish Nate chose Kira. I really do wish that you chose Kira because Kira's a lovely girl and you should have chose her. And I see Kira very differently. When I watched Maps, I did not like her. I didn't. And I thought I'm not going to like her watching Love Island. And I really like Kira. I found myself laughing at her a lot. I found myself thinking, why aren't the guys choosing her? I found myself thinking she's one of the most beautifulest girls on there. Why? Because I don't like girls who look like everyone else. And Kira's got these piercing blue eyes and she's very expressionate. I don't like boring, bland faces that all look the same. Kira looks different. She's unique and I love her face. I think she's beautiful. I've always thought she was beautiful. She looks like Bronte and I always thought Bronte was gorgeous. But anyways, I am so disgusted in the way these two guys came at her. And I promise you guys, if the TV camera wasn't rolling, it would get a lot worse. It would have escalated and no one would have stood up for her. I'm going red because I really hate people ganging up on people. I hate it. I hate it so much. I've seen it. I've seen things escalate and I don't like it one little bit.
Nah, I don't even care, man.
Like how, like, you know, girls should have girls' backs.
What makes me angry is when you stand up for someone and it ends up twisting on you and you're doing the right thing and it twists back on you. That makes me angry. Nate was doing the right thing and all she started doing was giving him a hard time. What does he want, a pat on the back? Do you want a pat on the back?
Pat you on the back for something that you wanted to do, Nate.
I'm still thinking, is Kira going to come back in the house? Has she definitely left? And then I saw the beautiful letter that Bronte wrote on behalf of her sister. And I was like, oh, I love this letter. Oh my God, what she wrote about her sister was so beautiful. I know Kira and Bronte are very different. I feel they're very different. But you know what they do? They stand for one another. And that's the most important thing. Tia wouldn't stand for no one. And I can't stand. That's one thing I can't stand. She has no empathy. She only cares about herself. And then you've got beautiful Nate. I don't know what everyone else thought of this episode, but I was disgusted.